If you do what I tell you to do in this video, you will make $10,000 a month on TikTok Shop. I don't care if you're a beginner and you're looking into TikTok Shop, or if you're already doing it and making $50,000 a month, there's something in here for you to allow you to scale or to just make a bunch of money when you're first starting out. If you don't know what TikTok Shop is, basically you make videos or go live talking about other people's products, and every single time they buy it, you earn a commission. That simple, no fulfillment, make content, have fun, make a bunch of money falling from the sky. So let's get into it. First things first, don't reinvent the wheel, but also don't copy. A lot of people think that they have to be some crazy creative genius and make up all these video concepts themselves. Stupid. Everything is at your fingertips. Use CaloData and Daily Virals. These are two softwares. This one shows you the highest converting content, and this shows you the most viral content. Just because it's viral doesn't mean it's making money. I'm going to get into that in 1 second here. But yeah, don't reinvent the wheel. More or less, just take what other people are doing and add your own creative spin. That's it. Just be yourself, be your authentic self, copy the structure of what's working, but don't copy the personality. Once again, don't copy. So many people are just picking a top product that thousands of people are doing, and then they're copying the exact winning videos, which is also what thousands of people are doing. And then you think that your video, which is the same exact thing as thousands of other videos, are going to be able to push through? No way. That's why you're not having success. Stop doing it. And if you're just starting, this is putting you on the right track. There's this concept called the purple cow. If you're walking down a street and you see a cow, you'd be like, all right, cool, a cow. Unless it was in some crazy place. But if you're walking by a farm, you see a cow, you'd be like, all right, cool, cow. If it was a purple cow, you'd be like, what the heck? You know? So in the same way, first movers always do better on TikTok Shop if they use their own creative spin, if they, take an element of this winning video and apply it to, a different video. Maybe they merge two winning hooks into one video. If you're a first mover on a new concept, your video might be the 10 million view video that converts super well. And if somebody copies you and they're a first mover to copy, which is super unlikely, so many people are going to fight for that, you might get like a 1 million view video. Hopefully this makes sense. Just use your own unique God-given traits to use that to your advantage. Be real. People on TikTok Shop, they just want to buy from people. Don't fight an uphill battle like I was talking about. Number 2, just because a video is viral does not mean that they're making money. A lot of people think that, they just have to create entertaining content. No, you have to sell the product, not just entertain. You have to talk about the pain points that you were dealing with, the things that you tried to fix that, how nothing was working, but then, eventually you tried this thing and it really fixed this and this and this, and how it did all these extra things, and then present, oh, by the way, it's this thing. By the time you present the product, if it's a supplement, for example, they should already be asking for it. For other products that you could just show what it is, hey, it's a knife and it has this cool feature, blah, 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 that you could just demo it. Yeah, you could just talk about the product and it can convert very, very well. So you have to sell the product, not just entertain. It's a waste of time to go viral without making a bunch of money. I hear a lot of people being like, TikTok is so weird right now. The algorithm is so whack. I just posted a 3 million view video and I only got 3 sales. The problem is not TikTok, it's you. Or your product. And I'll just say that too. If your product is trash, you are forced to try to entertain. Versus if your product is just very good, like I was talking about, if it's something that you could just demo, you could literally say what it is and it'll convert well, you're in a better position. Another thing, don't be a retainer junkie. And I should mention here, I did a 6-figure month. I don't know if you could see this. I've done $450,000 profit with TikTok Shop. Normally I say that in the beginning of the video so that people know I know what I'm talking about, but if you're still watching, there you go. There's an extra stamp that you know what I'm talking about. Anyways, don't be a retainer junkie. This is taking the lives of so many affiliates who are just like, I want $1,000 base pay. And so they'll go collect $1,000 cash. The way that these retainers work is you post one time every day for 30 days. So it's like you get paid $3,000, but you're taking these retainers for trash products and you're not making any commission. I made this mistake one time and I quit almost immediately. I posted a video for Lion's Mane. It did like 12 million views. I made like $15,000 from just that video or something. And then I had a bunch of people being like, oh, you're such a good creator. You should work for our company. I was like, yeah, thanks. I'm a good creator. Da da da. They're gassing you up. You're like, I love it. And then you're like, oh yeah, I'll do this retainer, blah, blah, blah. And it's a crap product, So I did that once and like 6 videos in, I was like, this product sucks. Why am I doing this? I quit. Never got paid, obviously. Also, the biggest thing that most people miss out, right? Don't just copy the same products that other people are doing. Don't just try to entertain and make money. Don't just, this is all like product issues. A lot of it, 99% of TikTok is product research. Why would you just haphazardly pick a product and then spend all of your time doing something that's like not scalable and sucks. Instead, focus on product research. You can go onto CaloData and find people who are going live right now who are doing over $100 an hour profit. This product that I found is 15% commission. They're going live and they're doing like $150 an hour minimum every single time. So they're just printing consistently every single day. You could just find a good product that somebody else is doing that and come in and do well. So there's no point of doing something else. Most people just follow the herd of popular products and copy. Stop doing it. Don't just sell viral products, sell high converting products. You could use CaloData as well to look at videos or live streams, but for videos, I like finding something where every 100,000 views, they're doing around $1,000 commission. That is like the ideal, perfect high converting product that I like, or you could go look at the live stream sections and just see how much they're doing with an hourly rate. Like I talked about, high opportunity where you can come in and take over. This product that I found, I'm not revealing the product because, I give that to people who I work with. You want to find something that is high opportunity where you have room to come in. So this one right here, only one person is going live on this product. And I know if one of the people who I'm helping just go in on this product, they will start taking over because it's easy to absorb the live viewership when there's only one person going live. So if there's only one person going live, there's high opportunity. And if you beat them in the hours, if you're like, screw this guy, I'm going to go live 5 hours a day, chances are you'll do extremely, extremely well. So consistent printing with few creators and they're inconsistent, that's the best recipe to come in for live products. Just ditch the hamster wheel, saturated products, copying videos, and just praying to go viral. Put the work in up front. It took me 3 months to get to this litter box where I made $350,000 profit. I was testing so many products to find something that worked, and finally I cracked it about how to spot opportunity at the right time. For this product, I saw somebody making like $100 an hour. They were going live like 2 hours a day, maybe 3 days a week. Super inconsistent, making a bunch of money consistently. I knew I could come in and take over this. So this gets into my next point, which is stop with the videos and start with live streams. Start with live streams as your foundation. It's so easy to scale from there. It's product dependent. If you just find a good product, you're not forced to create the best storytelling video of all time. You know what I mean? So it's much easier to just show up, point to a button, say buy now, buy now, buy now, more or less, and you make a bunch of money because TikTok is just going to target the people who have seen the products before, who have maybe even added it to their cart as well. There's super warm traffic, and all you have to do is just use some urgency, scarcity, or social proof, talking a little bit about the product features and the comment FAQs just to start converting like crazy and making a bunch of money with a crazy hourly rate. You have to be willing to work. Believe it or not, you have to actually be diligent and work to make money. I know everybody wants to get rich quick, scheme, make $1 million with 1 hour of work. It's not going to happen, okay? Put in the work. That's the only reason why I did 6 figures in 1 month. So many people, I had lives where I was making $1,100 profit an hour. So many people, they'd go live for 1 hour and then, do whatever they want with the rest of the time. Be diligent, you'll make a bunch of money. Everybody wants a sudden 10K video. Meanwhile, there are dozens of products right now that you can go onto CaloData and see that are doing $100 an hour, but you're too lazy to go live 3 hours a day to make 10K a month. That's all you have to do to make 10K a month. 3 hours a day at $100 an hour. That's it. That's it. Or $50 an hour for 6 hours. Guess what? $50 an hour is way better than most jobs, and you can work from home or wherever you want in the world. Sounds pretty good, right? Then you make videos for your live stream product. At a low level, this warms the lives. You post right before you go live. Now you're getting additional viewership into your live because when people are on your video and they see that you're live, your profile picture will be blinking red. They can go into your live and then you can convert those people right there. That's the craziest thing ever, and nobody utilizes that on TikTok Shop except me. I think I'm like one of the only people maybe who are doing one product, videos, and live streams. That is my 6-figure strategy. There you go. You already have a high converting product and script. You already know what to say that gets people to buy, so it should be easy to sell with videos. You have a high converting product and you already know what to say. There you go. Now you can just plug and chug the top winning hooks from CaloData or Daily Virals and figure out a synchronous transition to just talk about your high converting product. Mwah. Voila. There you go. And, that's at a low level. You just get some more purchases, a couple hundred views while you're starting out your live. Maybe they purchase. At a high level, like I said, this is my $106,000 a month strategy that nobody utilizes. Viral videos and lives for the same product. You're getting tens of thousands from the videos alone. Profit. So from that video, you're making $10,000 from people just purchasing it right from there. But for the people who aren't fully convinced and they go into your live, now you're converting them. It's millions of extra viewers to go into your live and convert. I know so many people who are making viral videos and they won't go live and they're missing out on tens of thousands of dollars. and vice versa. People who are going live who don't have the first clue how to go viral, it's not that difficult if you know what you're doing. You're adding tens of thousands of dollars extra just from the videos and more from going into your live. Hopefully that makes sense. Number 7, common sense. Follow the favor. If you're doing well with lives, don't be like, all right, I'm making, $100 an hour with lives. You're only going live 2 hours a day. And you're like, should I start making videos now? No, go live double the hours. You'll make 2 times as much. Right? If you actually just work harder, you'll make more money. It's very simple, and I'm laughing because I literally thought like this. I was like, should I start making videos, blah, blah, blah? No, just go live double the hours. I was like, okay, sounds good. I started printing. Okay, awesome. So just do that. If you are going viral though, rather than your lives doing super well, make sure that you go live so that you can get that extra viewership and convert those people. Do not get off of live while you're going viral. Like, you can genuinely 4 to 5x your commissions and just really take advantage of it. So strongly recommend that you do that. How do I get off of this? Notion is whack. Here we go. I don't want to suggest. Whatever. Also, milk the viral videos. I guess the video is going to look like this from now on. That's all right. Maybe it looks better. Milk the viral videos. If you're going viral, it's so easy to go viral again. Just reuse the hook more or less and make some slight changes. That's it. TikTok is going to target very similar people to your previous viral post, but it's not going to be hitting the same people exactly. It's like 90% new audience. So it's hitting a new audience, just hit the same thing again. The angle will push out to more and more people. Or if you want to, you could slightly change the hook and then just keep the script the same if it's a very high converting script. So use discernment depending on your product. But yeah, I used to do a Bible study picture book. That was my first account. And what I wish I would have done in hindsight, I did just kind of like more or less just make fine tweaks to the hook. What I wish I would have done is like keep the hook the same, and then for the rest of the script, just target different pain points. My structure was like, if you want to get closer to God, watch this video. And I talk about how it's difficult to read the Bible, how it's preventing me from building a good relationship with Christ. And I was dealing with like anxiety or comparison or all these things. And then how I use this Bible study picture book to edify me. I'm learning more about Christ and it's helping me to learn the Bible. And it's really helped me in this way, I wish I would have just targeted in this video if you're dealing with depression, if you're dealing with anxiety, if you're dealing with this, because then that would just push out to like a super niche group of people, and I could just try new scripts and see what angles are working. So then maybe I could create a master video where I'm just targeting the main 3 highest converting angles. Hopefully that makes sense. But you could play around a lot, just reuse the winning hooks. That's very good. Once again, this is my account where I was doing millions of views for the litter box, and when I was already doing $1,100 an hour with live streams without videos. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. So you see the 6-figure month. Oh yeah, you see the 6-figure month, but you don't see me going live 6 to 8 hours a day and posting 5 times a day for a month. Everybody's like, yeah, I want to do a 6-figure month. You did a 6-figure month. I'm like, okay, well, even if you were making as much as I was, like I was talking about, you'd go live for 1 hour because you're lazy. Be diligent, put in the time. Number 8, negotiate. These brands need you. The reason I made so much money with the litter box is because I was a first mover, because I spotted the opportunity, I came in and I absorbed all the viewership. So somebody was going live before me, but I consider myself a first mover because I was really serious about it and I wasn't being lazy. I was being a good steward with my time. And yeah, they need you. I came in, I was making like 80% of the revenue of the company. I was like, I'm about to leave unless you give me this much. That wasn't how I was actually asking, but you could use that type of leverage to get good negotiations. So I was able to do live flash sales. I got extra discounts that they gave me, like Meow 10, so that people can get $10 off for my live stream, increase commissions. I went from 10% to 23% on a $300 product. I was making like $65 a sale when nobody else could make above 30. It was incredible. I mean, actually, some people got to 15%, so whatever it is. But I was making way more than most people because the company loved me. And they were giving me so much margin that they could not afford to give that much margin to anybody else. Like, they weren't making much money on me, but they did not want me to leave because I was blowing their company up. You know what I mean? So if you spot products at high opportunity times where you can come in and really take over, that's so much negotiating power. Live flash sales, discounts, increased commissions. You could double or triple your income overnight, your hourly rate. Retainer pays, you can get those bonuses. They're like, yeah, I'll pay you $3,000 just to make sure that you go live every single day, this month, just in case you decide to leave. It's like, I was going to stay anyway. I'm making bank. Awesome. Extra $3,000 sounds good. But I'm glad that you're not a retainer junkie. Once again, this is the benefit of you build good relationships with a company that you're already printing for, making a bunch of money, and then you can get the extra stuff instead of chasing the extra stuff and then the product actually sucks and you're just on a hamster wheel. So many people on TikTok Shop are doing that. Stop doing it. If that is you, it's not worth it. Focus on product research, I'm telling you. You can also get incentive bonuses. Oh, if I sell 10, litter boxes, can you pay me an extra $50? No? Okay. Can you pay me an extra $20? Yeah, awesome. Okay, cool. I just made an extra 20 bucks for every 10 sold. Cool. That's after you've really exhausted a lot of the negotiation. Use discernment when you're negotiating. I've seen people mess up negotiations and it can ruin the relationship with a company. So just don't overplay your cards. Use discernment. Be smart. Number 9, don't be prideful and ditch the product too fast. If you had to work very hard, which it did for me, it took 3 months for me to find a really good product like this. I was testing so many products once again. So many people, they find a product. Maybe it actually happens really quick because I give them the product and they start running, they start doing super well. But maybe they start doing super well really quick. They're making over $100 an hour. And then they're like, this isn't enough. I want to make $200 an hour. They test a new product. And now there's a vacuum where it's super easy for other people to come in and absorb the viewership, which isn't going anywhere. So when you leave the product, it's not really a good decision. You want to use a lot of discernment because you could get swept out and then it's hard for you to come back in because now the viewership is allocated across the people who came in while you were gone. So just be careful. Your best bet is just making more money and negotiating. And then once you've exhausted all negotiation, which could be a months long process while you're just building a relationship with the company, continuing to be consistent, making them money, then threatening to leave, and then they're like, okay, I'll do this, and then you know what I mean. It takes time. It takes time to build good relationships with companies. I was working with this company for like 7 months. I was inside all day talking about a litter box for like 7 months of my life so that I can make $450,000 profit with TikTok Shop and then do whatever I want with my time. So lock in. A lot of people, they make their first couple $1,000s and they're like, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Anyways, let me go back to where I was. Then after you've exhausted all negotiation, then focus on virality. The other way to scale is just really focus on trying to go viral with your videos so that you can get more viewership and more pay from those videos. You already know it's a high converting product. You can go longer on a product. You can go on a product way longer than you think. Trust me. And if anything, instead of just switching to a new product, you're already making a bunch of money, just scale with another account. Just get another account because TikTok, the way that it works, I talk about blue meth. If you've ever seen Breaking Bad, it's like, blue meth, it was perfect and everybody would buy from Walter White or whatever. It's kind of like a weird example, but it works very well. And if they made one thing wrong with, the formula, it'd be like, what is this? This sucks. I'm going to kill this dude. You know what I mean? They like the good stuff. So you want to keep the good stuff. If you keep switching around stuff on your account, sometimes it works if you're a really established account. Like some live creators, they're able to just really do whatever products that they want because their account is so warm and they've built really good community and they'll just get hundreds of viewers no matter what they do and just do super well. Kevin Fines, Holly, Family Deals, like there's a bunch of different people who you can study, but more or less just make a new account so that you can keep it consistent with that thing. So this is me, by the way, like a year ago, basically, and this is me less than a year ago. This is me like a year and a half ago. This is me like 6 months ago when I went to Italy, or this is in Switzerland in the Swiss Alps. But yeah, this is what TikTok Shop can do for you. And the last step is invest in a mentor who has done incredibly well in that field. I don't care if it's TikTok Shop. I don't care if it's fitness. I don't care what it is. Whatever your interests are that are even beyond TikTok Shop or within TikTok Shop, hire somebody no matter what level you are at. This is the biggest key. Remember I mentioned how I was making a bunch of money and I asked somebody, what should I do? I hired a consultant. The fast way to get to where you want to go is by cheating time and buying the information somebody has learned on a long period of time of doing the thing that you want to do or are already doing. Like I was saying, even when I was making hundreds of dollars an hour, I hired a consultant to give me directional advice. I knew everything that I needed to know to make a bunch of money with TikTok Shop, but I still hired somebody. I started making a bunch of money with live streams. I was printing. I was like, what should I do? Should I start making videos? He was like, go live longer. I was like, okay, I guess so. You're right. If I want to make more money, I guess I should go longer. That makes sense. Started going live. Very, very simple stuff. So yeah, if you want to do that with TikTok Shop affiliate, I've already helped dozens of people get to $10,000 a month and beyond. I am only working with 10 people. I'm doing one-on-one in-depth coaching where I'm single-handedly scaling you far faster than you could possibly do yourself. You don't have to do this alone. You don't have to do it blind. I will answer whatever questions that you have. I'm in the DMs every single day, open DMs, one-on-one calls. I literally personally approve your products too, so you have the best success or the best chances of success immediately. This is also a community that I'm building for the glory of God. It's mostly for Christian men just because those are the type of people who come in. I really like working with people who most of all want to get closer to God as their main priority. And then as a part of that, they want to make a bunch of money to provide for their families, be a blessing to other people, advance the kingdom of God and stuff like that. So if that's of interest to you and that sounds good, then subscribe first and foremost because I post a bunch of YouTube videos just like this where you can learn even more. And yeah, go into my description. You could watch the video right there, learn a little bit more, and if you think it's a good idea, you can apply. We could see if you're a good fit, and then hopefully we work together and make a butt ton of money and set you up for your whole entire life. Sound good? Hopefully that sounds good. Subscribe. God bless you. Peace out. Catch you later. Have a great day.